The Nigerian Labour Congress, led by Mr. Ayuba Waba, are on the streets of Abuja, Nigeria's capital, to protest against the recent hike in the price of petrol. The protest is also a fallout from the negotiation meetings between the workers' union and the federal government, which ended in deadlock as the leadership of the NLC under Mr. Ayuba Waba walked out of that meeting. The president of the NLC says the 145 naira pump price for petrol is outrageous and must be reviewed downward. He is asking the government to address the corruption identified with the subsidy regime rather than increase the price of petrol.
What used to be known as subsidy, all of us agree that is a scam. But instead of addressing the scam, which was established in 2012, we decided to shift the burden to the consumers. That's what happened. There is nothing new if we agree essentially that arising from our collective action in 2012, that there is subsidy, absolutely, in the management of the subsidy and the entire process of the downstream sector. I think the first point, because NLC has supported fully the issue of fight against corruption, the issue of good governance, and that is to demonstrate our commitment to the effect that we will continue to respond to issues that are detrimental to the generality of Nigerians. And therefore, if as far back as 2012, we have recognized the inherent corruption in the system, many have been identified that have assisted themselves with our Commonwealth. As we speak today, none of them is under the bar or behind the bar. As we speak today, instead of addressing the inherent corruption in the system and why the refineries have refused to work, which we know, the refineries will never work if it is cheaper and is more profitable for people to import and sell. The issue of subsidy collectively started when we begin to import to actually augment what is being produced or refined. And therefore, people saw a lot of window to cash in and exploit Nigerians. And therefore, instead of even refining now, we have resorted to importing 90% of our needs. And therefore, if we don't address corruption, even the attempt by government to fix the refineries will be scuttled. And therefore, Labour, and particularly NLC, under our leadership, have said consistently, if policies are right, we'll support it. But if policies are anti-people, we'll continue to resist. And that's why we are here today, to resist this policy of saying that we must allow market forces to drive the pump price of this very essential product. Because one, even in our houses, because of lack of light, we must continue to buy petroleum to drive our small businesses. We must continue to use petrol to do a lot of other activities. And therefore, once the cost goes up, the cost of goods and services also will go up.